All right, you bastards, let's cut the crap and dive headfirst into this Perplexity AI thing. You've heard of it, right? This search engine that's supposed to be smarter than a goddamn rocket scientist and twice as sassy. But is it all hype? Or can this thing actually help us understand this crazy-ass world?
What's interesting is that Perplexity isn't just another Google wannabe. It's not about drowning you in a sea of links. Think of it as like a know-it-all research assistant who not only finds the best info on the web, but also sums it up for you like a goddamn Cliff Notes version.
So no more sifting through pages of clickbait bullshit.
Exactly. And get this, it even tells you where it got the info from, citations and all that fancy shit.
So where the hell did this Perplexity thing even come from? Did it crawl out of some Silicon Valley basement?
Pretty much. It was cooked up back in 2022 by some serious tech heavyweights, these guys. Like Aravind Srinivas and Dennis Yaratz have pedigrees in AI and machine learning that would make your head spin. They've worked at places like OpenAI and Meta, so they know how to build systems that can scale like a motherfucker.
Okay, so we've got some brainiacs behind this thing. But why the hell should we care? What's in it for us regular schmucks?
Let me paint you a picture. Remember those all-nighters you pulled in college? Trying to decipher some dense-ass research paper. Perplexity can help you avoid that shit. It's like a cheat code for understanding complex topics, whether you're researching a new business venture or trying to figure out what the hell quantum physics actually is.
So it's basically like having a super smart friend who can explain anything to you. I could definitely use one of those.
Yeah.
But let's talk money, honey. Is this thing free? Or are we going to have to sell a kidney to use it?
Perplexity has a freemium model, meaning you can play around with the basic version for free. But if you're a baller and want the VIP treatment, they've got Perplexity Pro. It's like the souped-up version with all the bells and whistles.
Perplexity Pro, huh? Sounds fancy. What kind of goodies are we talking about here?
For starters, you get access to their API, which is pretty damn cool if you're a developer. You can also search your own files alongside the web, which is a huge time saver. But the real kicker is that you get access to some seriously powerful AI models, including GPT-4.
GPT-4. That's the big daddy of AI right now, isn't it? The one that can write Shakespearean sonnets and compose symphonies.
You got it. And with Perplexity Pro, you can harness that power to do some pretty insane things, like generating images, analyzing complex data, and even translating languages in real time. It's like having a whole team of AI experts at your beck and call.
Damn. That sounds pretty badass. But you know what they say, if it sounds too good to be true.
There's a catch. Well, there is one potential downside, and it's a big one. Perplexity is pissing off some of the biggest players in the media world. We're talking Forbes, Wired, even the New York Times.
Oh, shit. Now we're getting to the good stuff.
Yeah.
What did they do? Steal someone's top-secret cookie recipe.
Worse. They've been accused of scraping content without permission. Basically, using articles from these big publications to train their AI models. And let me tell you, these media giants are not happy about it. They're throwing lawsuits around like confetti at a goddamn parade.
So Perplexity is playing with fire, huh? Biting the hand that feeds them. This sounds juicy as hell.
It's a complicated situation. On one hand, Perplexity is trying to make information more accessible and understandable, which is a good thing, right? But on the other hand, they're doing it in a way that's raising some serious ethical and legal questions. They're walking a tightrope, and it remains to be seen if they'll get burned or come out on top.
All right, let's unpack this whole controversy thing. Who threw the first punch?
Forbes was one of the first to cry foul. They threw a hissy fit because Perplexity dared to summarize one of their articles without kissing their asses and asking for permission. It's like Forbes is saying, hey, we want people to read our articles, but only if they suffer through all our ads and paywalls first.
What a bunch of hypocritical assholes.
Yeah.
So what about Wired? What's their beef?
Wired caught Perplexity red-handed, ignoring the robots.txt rule, you see. Websites can use this rule to tell web crawlers, like the ones Perplexity uses, to stay the hell off their property. It's like putting up a no trespassing sign on your digital lawn.
So Perplexity is basically sneaking in through the back door, stealing information like a bunch of digital ninjas.
That's one way to put it. But Perplexity claims they're not actually ignoring the robots.txt rule. They're just using third-party web crawlers that might not be playing by the rules. It's a bit of a gray area. And it's definitely raising some eyebrows.
Sounds like a load of bullshit to me. But let's move on to the main event. The big kahuna. What's the New York Times so pissed off about?
The New York Times, along with the Wall Street Journal, are suing Perplexity for copyright infringement. They claim Perplexity is using their articles to train their AI models without permission, which they see as stealing their intellectual property. It's a legal battle that could have major implications for the entire AI industry.
So this is getting serious. We're not talking about some Twitter spat. This is a full-blown legal brawl. Perplexity's really poked the bear this time.
They definitely have. And to be fair to the New York Times, they're not just going after Perplexity. They're also suing OpenAI and Microsoft for using their articles to train ChatGPT. So this is a much bigger issue than just one company. It raises fundamental questions about who owns the information on the internet and how AI companies can ethically use that information to train their models.
Damn, this shit is deep. But let's not get lost in the legal weeds just yet. I want to know what all this means for the future of Perplexity. Are they going to crash and burn, or are they going to come out swinging?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah.
Perplexity is walking a tightrope right now. They're making big promises, pushing boundaries, and pissing off some powerful people along the way. It's like they're this scrappy startup taking on the establishment. And you gotta admire their balls, even if they're playing a little dirty.
I'm digging this whole David versus Goliath vibe. But is Perplexity really offering something different?
Absolutely. They're forcing us to rethink what a search engine can be. They're not just giving us links, they're giving us answers, insights, and maybe even a bit of entertainment along the way.
Okay, you've got my attention. Let's dive deeper into what makes Perplexity tick. Tell me more about this revolutionary tech they're cooking up.
All right, let's rip the Band-Aid off and talk about how this Perplexity magic actually works. It all boils down to these things called large language models, or LLMs for short. They're like the brains of the operation, trained on mountains of data, text, code, you name it. They learn to understand and spit out human-like language, making them the puppet masters behind Perplexity's search wizardry.
Okay, so we've got these brainy LLMs. But how the hell do they actually answer my questions? It's not like they're reading my goddamn mind, right?
Not quite mind reading. But they do try to get inside your head a bit. When you ask Perplexity a question, it doesn't just do a simple keyword search like those old-school search engines. It uses its LLMs to grasp the context and intent behind your question. Kind of like figuring out what you really mean, even if you're not the best at expressing it.
So it's like having a therapist who also happens to be a research whiz.
Think of it more like a personal librarian who can sift through the entire goddamn library of human knowledge and pull out exactly what you need. And here's the best part. It doesn't just dump a pile of information on you. It distills it down into a clear, concise summary, highlighting the key points and saving you from information overload.
So no more wading through pages of jargon-filled bullshit just to find one tiny nugget of useful info.
Exactly, and to make sure you don't think it's pulling answers out of its ass. Perplexity also provides links back to the original sources, so you can always double-check the facts and dive deeper into the rabbit hole if you want to.
Damn. That's pretty slick. But let's be real, this whole AI thing is a goddamn arms race. How the hell does Perplexity stack up against the big boys like Google?
It's a good question. And the answer is more nuanced than you might think. Google's still stuck in its old ways, focusing on indexing and ranking web pages based on some secret algorithm. That probably involves sacrificing goats to the internet gods. Perplexity, on the other hand, is playing a different game. They're not about links. They're about understanding and synthesizing information.
So it's less about finding websites and more about finding answers. That's a bold move, especially when you're going up against a goddamn behemoth like Google.
They're not afraid of a little competition, and honestly, it's about damn time someone challenged Google's dominance. They've been getting away with their bullshit for too long. Perplexity is taking a more human-centric approach to search, focusing on what people actually want to know and how they actually think.
Okay, I'm starting to see the appeal. But let's not forget about those lawsuits. Are they really going to be able to weather that storm?
It's definitely a major hurdle, and there's no guarantee they'll come out unscathed. The media giants are throwing everything they've got at them, and it's going to be a long, messy fight. But here's the thing. Perplexity is not alone in this. OpenAI and Microsoft are also facing similar lawsuits. So it's a battle that could reshape the entire AI landscape.
Sounds like a Wild West shootout. With everyone scrambling for control of the future of AI, this shit is getting intense.
It's definitely a high-stakes game, and the outcome is far from certain. But whether Perplexity survives or not, they've already made a significant impact. They've forced us to rethink what's possible with search and how we interact with information. They've shown that there's a real hunger for a better way to understand the world around us.
Well, I'm definitely intrigued. But I gotta ask, is all this legal drama just a bunch of noise? Is Perplexity really that different from what's already out there?
Let's dive into some of their unique features. And you tell me, remember how we talked about Perplexity Pro and all the bells and whistles it comes with?
The VIP experience?
Well, They've been busy as hell adding even more features to sweeten the deal. They've got a shopping hub now, backed by Amazon and Nvidia, no less. So you can ask Perplexity questions about shopping, and it'll give you personalized product recommendations, like a goddamn AI personal shopper.
So it's like having a digital shopping mall right in my pocket. I can finally say screw you to those annoying-ass salespeople who follow you around like lost puppies.
Exactly. And for those of us who hoard digital files, like it's the end of the world. They've got this thing called internal knowledge search. You can upload all your files, spreadsheets, presentations, even those PDFs that are gathering digital dust. And Perplexity can search through all of that alongside the entire internet.
Hold up, so it's like having Google search my own personal stash of bullshit? Sign me the fuck up. I can finally stop wasting hours trying to find that one damn presentation from like 3 years ago.
Yep. It's a game changer for anyone who's ever felt like they're drowning in digital clutter. And if you're a finance nerd, Perplexity can now look up stock prices, company earnings, and all sorts of financial data in real time.
So I can finally become a day trader without ever leaving my couch. Sounds dangerous, but I'm definitely intrigued.
Well, I wouldn't recommend quitting your day job just yet, but it's definitely a powerful tool for anyone who wants to stay on top of the market. And if you're more of a collaborative type, they've also got these spaces where you can create your own little knowledge hubs and invite others to contribute. You can upload documents, share research, and basically nerd out together.
It's like a private club for knowledge junkies. I can dig it, but let's be real. All this cool shit must be costing them a fortune. Are they even making any money?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? They've raised a shit ton of cash from some big-name investors, like Jeff Bezos and Nvidia. But they're still a relatively young company. It's hard to say if they're profitable yet. They're burning through cash like a motherfucker. But they've got some smart people at the helm, and they're clearly onto something.
So they're either going to be the next Google or go down in flames like a goddamn supernova.
It's a high-risk, high-reward game, that's for sure. But hey, that's what makes this whole AI revolution so damn exciting. We're witnessing the birth of a new industry, with all its growing pains and unpredictable twists and turns.
All right. Before we get ahead of ourselves, let's get back to the basics. What else is there to know about Perplexity's technology?
Oh, there's still a lot to unpack. We haven't even talked about their mobile app, their plans for international expansion, or their long-term vision for the future of search.
Hold up. There's a mobile app. Why the hell didn't you say so earlier? I got to get my hands on this thing.
Yeah.
But before we get lost in the App Store, let's dive deeper into how Perplexity actually works its magic. Give me the technical rundown, the nitty-gritty details.
So you want the down and dirty on how this Perplexity thing actually spits out answers? Like, what's the secret sauce?
Hit me with it. How do they turn all that info into something I can actually understand?
Those LLMs we talked about, they're the heart of the beast. Imagine stuffing a computer's brain with the entire goddamn internet. Every book, every website, every last bit of data you can think of. That's basically what we do with LLMs. We feed them information until they puke, and through that process, they learn how to understand and even generate human-like language. Pretty fucking wild, right?
So these LLMs are basically the puppet masters behind Perplexity's whole search game.
You got it. But here's the kicker. When you ask Perplexity a question, it doesn't just do some lazy-ass keyword search. It actually tries to get inside your head.
Oh, so they're using some kind of mind control shit.
Not quite mind control, but they do try to understand the context of your question, like what you're really trying to get at, even if you're not the most articulate motherfucker out there.
So it's like having a mind reader on speed dial.
More like a super smart research assistant, someone who can sift through mountains of bullshit and pull out the golden nuggets.
All right, so it finds the info, but then what?
Here comes the real magic. It doesn't just dump a pile of data on you. It summarizes that shit, like the goddamn Cliff Notes version of whatever you're looking for.
So no more wading through pages of jargon-filled crap.
Exactly. Just the good stuff. Served up nice and easy.
And how do I know it's not just making shit up?
That's where the citations come in. Perplexity always shows you where it got its info, so you can double-check the facts yourself.
Okay. I'm starting to see why everyone's making such a fuss over this thing. But how does Perplexity actually stack up against the big boys? Like Google, for example.
Google's still stuck in the dark ages. They're all about indexing and ranking websites.
Yeah.
Based on some secret algorithm that's probably powered by hamster wheels and voodoo magic. Perplexity's playing a different game. They're not just trying to show you websites, they're trying to give you answers.
So they're going head-to-head with Google. Talk about a David versus Goliath situation.
It's about damn time someone challenged Google's monopoly. They've been getting away with their bullshit for too long.
Yeah, so Perplexity is the underdog in this fight.
You could say that. But they're definitely punching above their weight. And whether they win or lose, they've already made a huge impact. They've shown the world that there's a better way to search, a more human way.
Okay, so what's the bottom line here? Should we all ditch Google and jump on the Perplexity bandwagon?
I'm not saying you have to abandon ship just yet, but Perplexity is definitely worth checking out. It's a powerful tool, and it gives you a glimpse into the future of search.
All right, folks, that's the scoop on Perplexity, a search engine that's not afraid to shake things up and challenge the status quo. So if you're tired of the same old bullshit search results, give Perplexity a shot. You might just be surprised at what you find. And hey,
Yeah.
even if you end up down some weird-ass rabbit hole, at least you'll get there faster. That's it for us today, you magnificent bastards. Go forth and search like you've never searched before.